Hello everyone, it's Lilmk here and welcome to this behind the scenes for February. Now, the only part I've read so far is just this area. However, I'm going to read it for you again and then I'm going to read the rest, which is going to be completely new. Now, those who joined us at RuneFest may remember designing a boss to be a fun in the Dominion Tower, and we promised to release it this year. We also promised a Tazar rework and a single player creature more threatening than Tiz-Tog Jad. Well, this month we fulfill all of those promises and give you much more besides. So that sounds pretty interesting. Now that sounds like the new Jad is coming out, which I know a lot of people are interested in, but I really cannot care too much about it. I don't have a fire cape yet. I've tried, but I'm just too low of a level. Now, Dominion Tower new boss improvements. We will be breathing some life into the designs you voted for at RuneFest, giving the Sunfreet some vicious battle tactics. I'm pretty sure that that's going to be the new boss, Sunfreet. It will be able to take off out of sight, raining fiery death on even the most battle-hardened warriors, and it will have a claw full of devious maneuvers to keep you on your toes. I cannot read enough. To make sure that all members get a blast of Sunfreet, we will create two versions. One designed for players of combat level 110 and above, and another available to all, at a reduced combat level, but with the same impressive attacks. Now, that sounds pretty cool. I'm personally not a big fan of Dominion Tower. I've just really not got into it. I was excited for it, but then, Elvard 2, which I was most excited for, turned out to be a bust, so. Yeah, oh, there's some more down here. We will also be making a tower load of other improvements to the general experience. To name a few, the Dominion Tower item exchange. Getting more power-ups than you can use, exchange the items you amass for XP books. That sounds interesting, however I do not think I'll use that. Goliath Swift and Spellcaster Gloves improvement. You will be able to own multiple pairs of gloves and will also make them last longer. You shouldn't find yourself running to and from the tower when you want to be fighting or finishing off a Slayer task. Now, increased experience rate. Excuse me. We will also be taking another look at the experience. Although the main reason for fighting in the tower isn't XP, we felt that the rate wasn't quite competitive enough. Now, that sounds pretty interesting. Maybe I'll go check this out next Tuesday. Potion flasks. Ooh. Huh. It is a sad sight for anyone to see an empty potion vial or a 12 sitting in their inventory, whether you're deep in a dungeon or halfway around an agility course. We've all wondered if it'd be simpler to pour them all in a bucket and wade into the next encounter like a milkmaid. I don't quite understand that. While we don't really plan to add potion buckets to the game, we're added something far more suitable, potion flasks. Aww, level 81 mining. Jeez, cannot talk. You'll be able to mine at level 81 a brand new resource called Red Sandstone. This is a non-tradable resource that is used to create robust glass, another non-tradable, player-crafted resource. To gain access to a robust... Am I saying that right? For some reason I don't think I am. Glass-making machine found in the town of Uglog. You will need to have completed the As of First Resort quest. Potion flasks can be created from robust grass at a crafting level of 89, which is another one that I don't have. These completed flasks will be tradable and will hold up to 60 canted doses of your potion of your choice, meaning that you can take far more doses of... Ooh, that sounds a lot interesting. Meaning you can take... Oh, I can't talk. Meaning you can take far more doses of potion for those long training trips and boss fights. The flask will shatter once emptied of its contents. Each player will be able to mine a maximum of 50 red sandstone per day. I can understand that. We hope that the limited supply and high demand for these flasks will mean that those who have the crafting and mining levels will make the new flasks will make a healthy profit if you choose to sell them rather than keeping them for yourself, that is. Okay, so that sounds pretty interesting. From what I got of it, it's basically a 6-dose potion. That's kind of what I got from it. That sounds pretty interesting. I don't think I'll ever be using it because most likely the cost of a flask will be 30,000+ at least. Actually, I'm not really sure. That's what I'd guess, around 30,000 or so. Now moving on to Carnival time, which is for free and members. Throughout many parts of the real world, it's cold, wet, and windy right now, with gloves and scarves aplenty. However, in other parts of the world, it's carnival season. What better way to warm up than by donning the new carnival headdress, soon to be available at an in-game toy store near you. Ooh. A new carnival headdress. That's not sure what to say. Diango is giving them away to free players and members, so there's every reason to get down there and party like it's Rune Day 1999. Viva el Carnival. I think I said that right. Now, I'm not too sure what that's really about. I think it's like, kind of like a holiday event, but I don't know. Okay. Now, this is when I'm really excited for looking at this concept art right here. Graphical rework to the Tizar. Ooh, like graphics. Races like the Tizar are unique to RuneScape and deserve the best of treatments when it comes to graphical reworks. So, this time around, we're graphically reworking everything that there is to rework in the Tizar City. Equipment, aside from the fire cape, environments, characters, monsters, minigames, and quests will all get a look of molten lava paint, and with some really rather amazing new animations. And what better excuse to visit these magmatic enigmas than a brand new quest and minigame? I do have to agree with that. So that seems awesome right there. The Elder Kiln quest. The lava is cooling in the Tizar City, and the birthing pools are full of Tizar that are born without memories. The ancestral wisdom of the Tizar is being lost. Instead of passed from Tizar to child, causing upheaval that threatens the race must oppose to change. Only an ancient power, the Elder Kiln, blah 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 blah. That seems like pretty interesting. Just read that. I can't handle it. This new master level quest will have all the requirements for 75 magic. We'll have requirements for 75 magic, 60 joy. I can do this. So, oh no, I still need the magic rolls. Dang it. Ah well. Yeah. Oh well, I'll just train up magic sometime. Where you'll face multiple creatures of around the combat level 300. There are no other quest prerequisites. I'm not sure how to say that. Yeah, I failed. So anyone with the relevant stats can join the fight. Rewards for completing the quest will include XP, a new ring that increases combat damage when engaging in sport combat with the creatures of the Tizar City, and a brand new tile. Last, but by no means least, you'll gain access to the Fight Kiln minigame. This seems pretty interesting, and looking at this, that lava looks really awesome. The Fight Kiln minigame. In our most challenging minigame yet, you'll be asked to sacrifice your fire cape once before even stepping through the door. But who needs a fire cape when there's a new +8 strength cape waiting on the other side? In this very, very high-level sequel to the fight caves, you'll be fighting waves of increasingly difficult monsters, intent on showing you how tough the new Takhar really are. How would you feel about fighting two Jads at the same time? This double team against some of the toughest bosses in the game will be nothing compared to what awaits in the final wave. You'll just have to wait and see what resides beneath that bubbling, molten rock. Players with any combat stats lower than 90 will find progress almost impossible, and you'll need all the overloads, curses, potion flask, mega food, and top-end combat gear you can muster. Now, this doesn't sound like it appeals to me. Well, appeals, of course it appeals to me, but it doesn't sound like it applies to me, actually. Simply because I'm not enough of a high level, and I do not have those and this. So, that does seem interesting. I'll watch a video or two on it, but I'm not going to be doing it. Early bird bonus. Ooh, that sounds awesome. To encourage you to give our new updates a go, we will be offering a pretty handy score boost to those of you who master the content within 2 weeks of launch. Get double XP rewards for completing this quest, and another 70,000 XP if you reach wave 30 of the Fight Kiln within this 2-week early bird special. Period. We really want people to engage with our best and most up-to-date content as soon as it's launched, so now there's an incentive to do so. Look out for more early bird bonuses in this future. This is not good, but okay, so that doesn't seem to apply to me again. So, but really it seems like you get extra experience if you do these in like the first couple days. Now, so this seems like a pretty good month. It's all like higher level content than me, except for the post flash. but I really don't want to bother with that. So, I personally cannot be bothered too much by this, so though I do think it is a very good month, I will not be bothered by this. So, but the one thing that I'm really excited about is the graphical rework of the Tizar. That is the most exciting thing in my opinion. Simply because I like the glowing effects of fire and all that. So this is the behind the scenes February. And I guess that's it. But now, so I really didn't explain things too well in the video. And I need to go back over a second time just to kind of comprehend the entire thing. So what do I think of it? Well, the Tizar quest and minigame and graphic updates are most likely very good updates, I'd say. I think that many people are going to enjoy them. I personally would enjoy them if I could. And I will head over to the Tizar area to check out the new graphics. Now, the Dominion Tower, that sounds pretty cool. I mean, it sounds like they're really trying to revamp it. Which, I mean, a lot of people didn't really like it because of the grinding aspect of the Dominion Tower. So I think they're trying to get rid of that, like they said at RuneFest. They're trying to get rid of some of the more grindy parts in the game. Sorry. Now, but for the Carnival, I'm not really too sure what to think of this. I'm not sure if it's going to be a complete update or just what's going to be going on about that. But to be honest, the Carnival actually seems pretty cool. Hopefully it's like literally a carnival where you can just go around and do multiple things. That'd be pretty awesome, you know, taking up a half hour of our time just to do that would be awesome. One thing I really think they're getting away from is the actual, like, holiday or event themselves. For example, Christmas, you know, we have that Damonheim thing. Yeah, for a few years ago for Halloween, we had to dress up in costumes and go trick-or-treating. I'm sorry, but that's just more Halloween, too. Than just going into Damonheim. So, that's what I think of that update. So what do we think of the behind the scenes as a whole? I'm actually not sure what I think. I'd rate it a 7 out of 10, simply, maybe a 6 out of 10, simply because there's really no lower level updates. I mean, they can't all be lower level, but, and the Carnival, in my opinion, really doesn't count unless it turns out to be something insanely epic. So, that is just my thought on this video. So, hope you guys like it. If you like it, please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. If you don't like it, tell me why you didn't like it. Thank you.